The Art of Ho'oponopono, Creating Miracles Every Day by Keith T.D. Bell. To Jessica, lots of love, keep creating miracles, Keith. Introduction, Fighting the Battle Alone. Your cancer is a high grade and it can kill you. Those words hit me like a freight train. Immediately, my mind spiraled into a frenzy of questions and fears. I had already gone through the initial freak-out phase where I frantically Googled everything I could find about what to do when you get cancer, but I was not expecting to hear that. A few months after being diagnosed and just before my first operation to find out how bad it was, my 9-year-old relationship ended, leaving me alone on this cancer journey. I never had children, and my only family was a brother and sister on the other side of the continent. Fear gripped me, and the feeling of being all alone was overwhelming. It was during this time that I discovered Joe Vitale's book Zero Limits about Ho'oponopono. One day, as I was reading about the story of the strangest therapist who healed an entire ward for the clinically insane in Hawaii, I turned a page and read the following sentence near the top. Why would someone get cancer? Because of my belief in the law of attraction, I had already accepted 100% responsibility for whatever showed up in my life. I had come to the conclusion that there are no coincidences and everything happens for a reason. Dr. Hugh Len explained that the thoughts that always pop into our heads without us being conscious of them before they show up come from one or two sources, divinity or memory. Memory is where all the errors and problems originate. In the midst of that chaos, a pivotal question emerged. Did I give myself this cancer, or did divinity give it to me as yet another challenge? I've had a few challenges, believe me, all of self-created, of course. But how would I ever be sure? Then a thought emerged. If I'll never know for sure, which would I prefer? To believe that I gave it to myself, or that divinity sent it to me as another one of my challenges? Just a second. I'm just adjusting myself here. What the heck was that? Fortunately, I've never been very good at blaming myself. Sure, I'll admit making dumb decisions, but I've learned to laugh at them and carry on knowing they were part of my learning process. So, I chose to see my cancer as a challenge that divinity gave me to learn and grow from. As soon as I made that choice, I knew I was going to be okay. It wasn't easy. I had to work at it. I struggled with my ego, just like we all do. My ego constantly bombarded me with fears about becoming old, sick, destitute, with no one to take care of me. Living near a lot of homeless people, I would sometimes walk by and mentally note where a safe place to pitch a tent might be, just in case I became homeless. Hitting rock bottom. Oh no, where did it go? Oh, okay, good, it's still recording. At that time, I had sold my house, gotten rid of most of my possessions, and was living in a small bedroom condo. Every night I would retreat to my tiny bedroom, pull the blackout shades, and hide under the covers. I would tell my soul that it was free of the limitations of my body in this physical reality while I slept. I would reassure it that it was okay to move on to another adventure if it wanted to, instead of coming back. Yet every morning I would wake up and find that I was still here. Sounds familiar. So I would get busy and make the most of the day to keep myself from thinking too much. This routine carried me through many months of cancer treatment, the end of a 9-year relationship, and a career that was threatened by a company buyout. During 12 weeks of chemotherapy treatment prior to a major surgery, my job situation became precarious. An opportunity to be the national sales manager for the company I had worked for the last 18 years had come up shortly after my cancer diagnosis and the end of my relationship, and I had decided I had nothing better to occupy my time and needed a good distraction. So, yes, to it. Now, the contract I had been promised was delayed, leaving me in limbo, unable to disclose my cancer diagnosis. Thursdays were the chemo treatments, Fridays were for work, and weekends for recovery. Then the merger that was more like a hostile takeover left me jobless. The simplicity of Ho'oponopono resonated with me. It offered a way to stop the incessant thoughts that kept me surrounded by fear. I didn't have to fight them anymore. I could just let go because I was so tired of fighting my thoughts, my fears, my employees, my employer, my landlord. During this tumultuous period, I even had to move and negotiate with a labor lawyer for a fair severance package. In the end, nothing about it felt fair. Seeing the brighter side. But then things began to change. The fear disappeared because I had no choice but to surrender. Anger and resentment melted away as I realized everyone was just doing the best they knew how. That opened the door to the forgiveness that Ho'oponopono teaches. They didn't know what was going on with me, and I couldn't expect them to. I understood that everyone's actions are motivated by their desire to feel better. Everyone is doing the best they can with what they know. I started using the Ho'oponopono mantra whenever bad thoughts or fears surfaced. I said it ahead of important negotiations with my lawyer or employer, and things began to work out better than I could have expected. Gifts began to flow into my life. The more I used the mantra and stayed out of my head, the more I could hear divine inspiration guiding me. These inspirations had always been there, but now I was listening. My ego still tried to interfere, casting doubt and fear, but I learned to act on these inspirations, recognizing them as divine messages. One night, after I had already approved the final letter from my lawyer justifying an increase in my severance settlement, inspiration struck again. I knew I had to tell the company about my cancer. This felt like divine instruction. Even though my lawyer was skeptical, the next morning he called to say I had no reverence to the settlement and asked if I was sure. I confirmed cleaned in on that with the mantra and insisted he included it. The result? They accepted everything we asked for without further negotiation. I received an extra 20K, another year of medical coverage, and half of my legal costs unasked for but granted. Healing with Ho'oponopono. Was it Ho'oponopono? Who knows for sure? All I know is that once I started using the mantra, miracles started happening again and again, and I've never stopped using it to create more and more miracles. I'm now 7 years cancer-free, supporting other cancer patients and basking in miracle after miracle and being eternally grateful for how divinity is taking care of whatever I desire. Everything is always working out for me now, and I attribute it all to what Ho'oponopono has taught me. And that's why I share this with you guys, because I want this all for you as well. From surviving to thriving. My current challenge is managing an abundance of opportunities, each requiring careful attention and energy. Thanks to my cancer journey, I've learned to take better care of myself, recognizing my energy is finite. Now, everything has a time and a place. If it's not the right time for one task, I have plenty of others to work on. I keep cleaning and listening, trusting in the process. The freedom from fear, doubt, and anxiety that is given me has created such peace and joy in my life. I am constantly surrounded by so many things to be grateful for. I've taught Ho'oponopono to many people and continue to hear about all the miracles they have created using it. I use the mantra hundreds of times every day to keep my thoughts at bay and remind me to enjoy and be grateful for each present moment, as that's what keeps me open and aware of divinity's great quiet inspirations. I hope you will let me show you how easy it is to create daily miracles in your life with this book. Introduction to Ho'oponopono. Overview of Ho'oponopono. Ho'oponopono is an ancient Hawaiian practice designed to promote healing and reconciliation through a process of forgiveness and taking responsibility. Its simplicity belies its profound impact. The word Ho'oponopono translates to make it right, or to correct and encompass. And it encompasses a philosophy that encourages us to take 100% responsibility of our lives. The essence of Ho'oponopono is captured in a 4-phrase mantra. I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. These phrases are tools for cleaning and clearing negative thoughts and memories, helping us restore harmony within ourselves and with others. When I first encountered Ho'oponopono, I was grappling with cancer diagnosis and end of a long-term relationship and a career in turmoil. Amidst this chaos, I found a sense of solace in the ancient Hawaiian practice that promised healing and peace. As I began to practice Ho'oponopono, I found myself gradually letting go of fear, anger, and resentment, replacing them with peace and acceptance. The idea of let go and let God came to mind. It was about surrender. The philosophy behind Ho'oponopono. The foundation of Ho'oponopono lies in the concept of taking 100% responsibility for everything in our lives. This might seem overwhelming at first, but it is essential to understand that this responsibility is not about blame. Instead, it's about recognizing that we are connected to everything around us, and by changing our inner state, we can influence our external reality. Though through Ho'oponopono, we clean and clear negative memories and thoughts that create disharmony. This practice is deeply transformative, allowing us to release the past and create a more peaceful and balanced present. Importance of forgiveness and reconciliation. Forgiveness is a cornerstone of Ho'oponopono. It's through forgiveness that we can heal ourselves and our relationships. When we say, I'm sorry, please forgive me, we are asking divinity to forgive us for anything in our memory or subconscious, from our past or our ancestors that we're not aware of, that might be causing a negative influence on our present situation. Reconciliation, another key element of Ho'oponopono, restores harmony. It's about recognizing the divine perfection in everything and relaxing and surrendering to the unconditional love of the divine in all of us, understanding that it is all there for us. Whatever we desire, if we work in harmony with this divine plan. Purpose and structure of the book. This book is designed to provide you with comprehensive understanding of Ho'oponopono and its applications. You will learn about its ancient roots, modern adaptations, and practical techniques for incorporating the practice into your daily life. My journey and personal experience, along with the experience of some of the people I've taught it to, will be shared throughout, offering insight and inspiration of your own path of healing and transformation. Ancient Hawaiian roots. Origins of Ho'oponopono in ancient Hawaii. Ho'oponopono has its roots in a rich cultural and spiritual traditions of ancient Hawaii. In Hawaiian society, maintaining social harmony and personal well-being was paramount. Ho'oponopono was a vital practice for resolving conflicts and restoring balance within families and communities. The traditional Ho'oponopono process was often guided by a kahuna, a spiritual leader or healer. This communal practice involved all parties coming together to speak openly, seek forgiveness, and making amends. It was believed that unresolved conflict and negative emotions could lead to illness and misfortune, so Ho'oponopono was essential for maintaining health and harmony. It was also done with the ocean, the land, the mountains, the rocks, the trees, the animals, anything like that as well. Very, very spiritual, particularly when it came for seismic activity or any quote-unquote natural disasters. Traditional practices and their cultural significance. Traditional Ho'oponopono ceremonies were elaborate and deeply spiritual. They involved ritual prayers and discussions, all aimed at uncovering and resolving the root cause of conflict. The process required honesty, humility, and a willingness to forgive. The role of the kahuna was crucial in guiding the process, helping participants navigate their emotions and find resolution. These ceremonies were not just about resolving disputes, but also about strengthening the bonds within community and aligning with the spiritual principles of aloha, love, and lokanagi, unity. Aloha means love. Key figures and stories from ancient Hawaiian history. Throughout Hawaiian history, there are many stories and legends that illustrate the power of Ho'oponopono. One such story is that of the powerful chief who, after a long-standing conflict with a rival participant in a Ho'oponopono ceremony, through the process they uncovered past misunderstandings, forgave each other, and restored peace to their lands. So politicians and things like that could be used for. After another significant figure is Queen Liliuokalani, the last reigning monarch of Hawaii, who was known to practice Ho'oponopono. Her commitment to peace and reconciliation during times of the political turmoil is a testament to the enduring power of this practice. I'd like to know the year of that, of her reign. The modernization of Ho'oponopono. Morna Simeona, life and contribution. During my journey, I discovered the work of Morna Nalamaku Simeona, a remarkable Hawaiian kahuna who was pivotal figure of the modernization of Ho'oponopono. Born in 1913 in Hawaii, she was a kahuna lapuala, a healer, and deeply respected for her spiritual wisdom. Morena recognized the need to adapt Ho'oponopono to meet the challenges of the contemporary life, making it accessible to individuals rather than solely a communal practice. She took this ancient practice and adapted it for contemporary time, making it accessible to people outside of Hawaii. Her approach emphasized self-identity through Ho'oponopono, though one could heal not just familial relationships, but also personal and societal issues. Transformation for traditional Ho'oponopono. Morena Simeona introduced significant changes to the traditional practice, developing what is now known as self-identity. Through Ho'oponopono, SITH, this modern version focuses on the individual's relationship with the divine and emphasizes personal responsibility for healing oneself and, by extension, the world. One of the key changes Morena introduced was the concept of continuous self-cleansing. Rather than relying on the kahuna to guide the process, individuals could practice Ho'oponopono on their own, using the 4-phrase mantra to clean and clear negative memories and thoughts. Introducing SITH. SITH, or self-identity through Ho'oponopono, is practice that helps individuals restore balance and harmony by reconnecting within their own true selves. The practice of SITH emphasizes that we are all responsible for our own experience, and that by cleansing and clearing our inner state, we can positively influence our external reality. Key principles and practices developed by Morena Simonia. Her teachings revolve around several core practices: cleaning and clearing, continuously using the 4-phrase mantra to clean negative memories and thoughts; taking responsibility, acknowledging that we are responsible for everything that happens in our lives; connecting with the divine, building a relationship with a higher power to guide and support our healing process. The practice can be seamlessly integrated into daily life, offering a practical and effective way to maintain inner peace and create positive change. Ihali Akala Hulen and Global Spread. The introduction of the Dr. Hulen. Dr. Hulen is a psychologist who closely works with the Morena Simona and played a crucial role in spreading Ho'oponopono globally. His work has brought this ancient Hawaiian practice to the attention of people worldwide, transforming countless lives. This is what the world needs. The famous case of healing at Hawaiian State Hospital. One of the most remarkable stories associated with Dr. Hulen is his work at the Hawaiian State Hospital. In the 1980s, Dr. Hulen, a clinical psychologist, was assigned to a ward for the criminally insane, where conditions were so dire that staff turnover was high and patients were heavily restrained. The environment was volatile and stressful, both for the patients and the staff. Dr. Hulen's approach was unconventional. He never met the patients directly. Instead, he reviewed their files and practiced Ho'oponopono on himself. As Dr. Hulen reviewed each patient's file, he would ask himself, "What is within me that is causing this person to be this way?" He then used the 4 phrases, Ho'oponopono mantra: "I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you." By taking 100% responsibility and using these mantras, he believed he could affect change not only in himself but also in the patients. Remarkably, over time, patients began to improve. They were calmer, more cooperative, and eventually the need for restraints diminished. The atmosphere of the ward changed dramatically. Staff turnover decreased as the workers' conditions became more manageable and positive. Dr. Hulen's methods showed that by healing himself, he could contribute to the healing of others. This case is so powerful testament to the impact of Ho'oponopono and the concept of taking responsibility for our reality. Joe Vitale's book, Zero Limits, The Secret Hawaiian System for Wealth, Health, Peace, and More. The story of Dr. Hulen and the transformative power of Ho'oponopono reached a wider audience through Joe Vitale's book, Zero Limits, co-authored by Dr. Hulen. The book delved into the philosophy and practice of Ho'oponopono, explaining how taking complete responsibility for everything in one's life can lead to profound personal and communal transformation. It's also where I got my first insight into Ho'oponopono. Zero Limits emphasize the idea that there are no limits to what one can achieve when they clean and the memories and beliefs that hold them back. The book explores various aspects of Ho'oponopono, providing practical guidance on how to incorporate the practice into daily life. Through anecdotal and real-life examples, Vital and Dr. Hewlin illustrate the universal applicability of Ho'oponopono. When I read about Dr. Hewlin's work in Zero Limits, it resonated deeply with my own experience. His story reinforced the power of Ho'oponopono and the idea that healing and transformation are possible through self-responsibility and inner work. Inspired by this example, I embraced the practice with even more dedication, finding strength and serenity in the simple yet profound mantra. Global impact and teaching of Dr. Hewlin. Dr. Hewlin's work and teachings have had a profound global impact. Following the success of Zero Limits, he traveled extensively, sharing the practice of Ho'oponopono through workshops, seminars, and books. His teachings emphasize the importance of self-cleansing and taking responsibility for creating our reality. The workshop and seminars conducted by Dr. Hewlin and his students have reached thousands of people worldwide. Participants have reported miraculous changes to their lives, from healing personal traumas and resolving conflicts in their communities. The simplicity and profoundness of the Ho'oponopono practice have made it accessible to people from all walks of life. Stories of transformations from around the world illustrate universal applicability of Ho'oponopono. Individuals have used the practice to improve their relationship, health, and financial situations. Communities have adopted the principles of Ho'oponopono to foster harmony and cooperation. And Dr. Hewlin's teachings continue to inspire and empower people, but to take responsibility for their lives and contribute to their healing of the world. The global impact of Ho'oponopono is a testament to the power of forgiveness, responsibility, and love in creating a better reality for all. Yes. Amen. Makes me want to sing Lilo and Stitch. Or the Hawaiian. Beautiful. The 4 key phrases. Explanation of the 4 key phrases. The 4 key phrases of Ho'oponopono are: I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. These simple yet powerful words serve as the foundation of the practice, facilitating healing and transformation. Each phrase has profound meaning and function, working together to create a holistic process of cleansing and reconciliation. How each phrase contributes to healing and transformation. I love you. Unconditional love and acceptance. Dr. Hewlin emphasizes that I love you is more than an expression of affection. It's an affirmation of unconditional love and acceptance. This phrase acknowledges the inherent worth of oneself and others, fostering a sense of connection and unity. By declaring I love you, we affirm our love for the divine, ourselves, and others, creating a bridge of compassion and understanding. Healing power of love. Love is a transformative energy that can heal wounds and dissolve negativity. When we say, I love you, we are infusing ourselves and our environment with this potent healing energy. According to Dr. Hewlin, love can neutralize toxic memories and energies, allowing us to reconnect with our true essence and the divine. Embracing the present. I love you also brings us into the present moment, helping us to let go of past grievances and future anxieties. It centers us in a state of gratitude and appreciation, which is essential for emotional and spiritual healing. I'm sorry. Acknowledgement of responsibility. By saying I'm sorry, we take ownership of our actions, thoughts, and memories that might have contributed to any discord or imbalance. Dr. Hewlin teaches us that acknowledging our responsibility is the first step of the healing process. It's an admission that we are not victims, but co-creators of our reality. Humility and self-reliance. I'm sorry is an expression of humility and self-reflection. It requires us to look inward and recognize our imperfections and limitations. This phrase encourages us to examine our subconscious beliefs and patterns that may be influencing our experiences. Initiating reconciliation. Apologizing initiates the process of reconciliation, both within ourselves and with others. It opens the door to forgiveness and healing, creating a space for transformation. Dr. Hugh Lin highlights that this phase helps to clear away the emotional debris that can block our path to peace and harmony. Please forgive me, seeking forgiveness. Please forgive me is a plea for forgiveness from the divine, others, and ourselves. Dr. Hugh Lin explains that forgiveness is a powerful act that can release negative energies and restore harmony. By seeking forgiveness, this acknowledges our desire to make amends and move forward. Letting go of our resentment. This phrase helps us to let go of resentment, guilt, and shame. It frees us from the burden of past mistakes and allows us to embrace a new beginning. Forgiveness is not just about absolving ourselves, but also forgiving ourselves from our perceived shortcomings. Restoring balance. Forgiveness restores balance and equilibrium in our lives. It helps to dissolve the barriers that separate us from our true selves and our divine. Dr. Hugh Lin emphasizes that forgiveness is essential for achieving inner peace and emotional well-being. Thank you. Expression of gratitude. Thank you is an expression of gratitude for the healing and transformation that has already begun. Dr. Hugh Lin teaches that the gratitude is a powerful force that attracts more blessings into our lives. By saying thank you, we acknowledge the positive changes and the divine role in our healing process. Reinforcing positive energies. Gratitude reinforces positive energies and creates a vibrational shift towards abundance and joy. It helps us to focus on the good we are in our lives rather than dwelling on the negative. Dr. Hugh Lin explains that gratitude is a magnet for miracles and unexpected blessings, inviting more blessings. Expressing gratitude invites more blessings into our lives. It creates a cycle of positivity that enhances our overall well-being. By consistently practicing gratitude, we align ourselves with the divine's abundance and open ourselves to receive more love, peace, and prosperity. Integrating the 4 phrases. In this workshop with Joe Vital, Dr. Hugh Lin emphasizes that Ho'oponopono is not a one-time practice but an ongoing process of self-cleansing and renewal. By consistently using these phrases, we can maintain a state of emotional and spiritual balance, fostering continual healing and transformation. Practical applications. As I started to use Ho'oponopono consistently throughout my day, I found it calmed down a lot of the incessant thinking that always seemed to occupy my mind. It reminded me that I needed to be present and look around and see the beauty in everything, bringing myself into a state of gratitude. The present moment is all that exists, and it's all these moments of still calmness and gratitude when we clean up all of our internal memories of past problems using the Ho'oponopono mantra. Then divinity speak to us, guiding us, giving us guidance on what to do next to have everything we desire. Daily affirmations. Repeating the phrase as daily affirmations to cultivate the mindset of love, responsibility, forgiveness, and gratitude. Number 2, conflict resolution. Applying the phrases in situations of conflict or stress to neutralize negative energies and promote harmony. Number 3, personal reflection. Using the phrases during meditation or self-reflection to cleanse subconscious memories and beliefs. Number 4, healing relationships. Employing the phrases to heal and improve relationships with others by taking responsibility and seeking reconciliation. By incorporating these practices into our lives, we can harness the full power of Ho'oponopono, creating a reality filled with love, peace, and abundance. Dr. Hugh Lin's teachings reminds us that We have the power to transform our lives by taking responsibility for our thoughts and actions and by embracing the healing power of these 4 simple phrases. Ho'oponopono for relationships. Using Ho'oponopono to improve and heal relationships. Relationships are an integral part of our lives, and they can often be a source of joy as well as stress. I recently saw a quote that went like this: "If I accept the fact that my relationships are here to make me conscious instead of happy, then my relationships become a wonderful self-mastery tool that keeps realigning me with my higher purpose for living." We've all heard that the world is a mirror and that what we see in someone else is a reflection of what's inside us. Ho'oponopono offers a powerful method to heal and improve these connections by first making us aware that what we are attracting in our relationship comes from inside us. Dr. Hewlin likes to remind us, did you ever notice that whenever there's a problem, you're there? That's because all problems come from inside us, giving us a chance to take responsibility for them and heal them by asking for forgiveness. Ho'oponopono fosters understanding, compassion, and forgiveness. By taking responsibility for our role in relationship dynamics, we can create more harmonious and loving interactions. To apply Ho'oponopono in your relationships, start by focusing on your own feelings and reactions. Use the 4 phrases to clean and clear any negative emotions or memories associated with the person. The practice can help you approach the relationship with a fresh perspective and an open heart. And I have to fart. Okay, well, you might hear it, you might not. We'll see. Communication technique inspired by Ho'oponopono. Effective communication is key to healthy relationships. Ho'oponopono encourages us to communicate with love and humility. It requires us to be vulnerable and honest with our feelings and humor, and without making someone else responsible for them. We are responsible for our feelings, no one else. Here are some techniques inspired by the practice. Deep listening, truly listening to the other person without interpreting or judging. This shows respect and helps you understand their perspective. I learned the technique of deep listening from a shaman in Sedona when I was at the cancer healing workshop, and it changed how I listened to people. He shocked me when he said, if you really want to hear what a person is telling you, then stop listening to the words. How can this be? I asked. He continued to explain that words are an imperfect way to convey our thoughts and feelings, often triggering our own thoughts and reactions rather than a true understanding of the speaker's intent. That sounds like subtext, an actor reading between the lines. The essence of deep listening. Instead of the focus solely on the words being spoken, deep listening involves tuning into the emotions and intentions behind those words. Yep. The shaman taught me to look at the heart center of the person speaking and connect with the feelings behind their words. This requires a mindful presence where you are fully engaged with the speaker and not distracted by your own internal dialogue or judgments. But I have to fart. This is ridiculous. Okay, anyway, this is all being recorded. Right. Okay. So you're with me for the long haul. Here we go. The method of deep listening. Focus on the speaker's heart center. When someone is speaking, direct your attention to their heart center, which symbolizes their emotional core. This helps you connect with the feeling they are trying to express. Tune into the emotions. Instead of processing the literal... Number 2. Tune into the emotions. Instead of processing the literal words, sense the emotions behind them. What is the speaker feeling? What emotional state are they conveying? Number 3, reflect back the feeling. Once the speaker has finished, reflect back the emotions you are sensing. For example, you might say, I sense that you're feeling overwhelmed and frustrated. Is that correct? This helps to validate their feelings and shows that you truly are listening. Very good for relationships. The role of Ho'oponopono in deep listening. I have learned that repeating the Ho'oponopono mantra while someone is speaking to me keeps me out of my own thoughts about what they are saying and allows me to focus on the feelings I get from them. This helps me stay present and genuinely engage with the speaker's emotions. The mantra, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, acts as a mental anchor, preventing my mind from wandering and ensuring that I'm fully present. The benefits of deep listening. Building trust. By genuinely listening to someone's emotions, you build a foundation of trust and respect. People feel truly heard and understood. Enhanced understanding. You gain a deeper understanding of the speaker's perspective, leading to a more meaningful and empathetic response. Emotional connection. Deep listening fosters a strong emotional connection, making communication more effective and fulfilling. Expressing feelings. Use I statements to express your feelings without blaming the other person. For example, we can tell someone how they are feeling and explore why we are feeling that way by taking full responsibility for all our feelings without blaming someone or something else. This aligns with the principles of Ho'oponopono, that taking responsibility for our own experience is crucial. By using I statements, we communicate our feelings directly and authentically, fostering a deeper connection and understanding. Seeking forgiveness. Acknowledging your mistakes and asking for forgiveness, this can be a powerful step towards healing and reconciliation. In the practice of Ho'oponopono, seeking forgiveness helps to clear negative energies and restore harmony in relationships. By admitting our errors and genuinely asking for forgiveness, we open the path to healing not just for ourselves, but also for those who have affected. Their act of humility and responsibility helps to dissolve resentment and builds a foundation of trust and respect. Integrating Ho'oponopono in communication. By integrating these techniques into our daily interactions, we can create a more compassionate and understanding environment. Deep listening, expressing feelings responsibly, and seeking forgiveness are not just communication techniques, but also practices that promote personal growth and healing. Ho'oponopono teaches us that by taking responsibility for our own emotions and actions, we can transform our relationships and create a more harmonious reality. Personal relationships. I believe that by using this method, it turned a negative person's attitude around. The love experience brought a positive attitude. Now I have good feelings of being loved, spreading the love and being able to receive it back with us, just as much love. Spreading the love and being able to receive it back with just as much love. Since being exposed to this, I feel I can move mountains if I choose to. It's a great feeling to be able to spread love. Tell the ones you love that you love them. Show them you love them. Acknowledge them. Thank them. Forgive and apologize. It makes people more vulnerable when I am vulnerable. It makes things happen. We become more intimate. Linda. Family healing. Since practicing this technique, I've noticed my wife and kids are more open to me and vice versa. I tell my family that I love them more often now. Daniel. Practical advice for applying the practice with family, friends, and colleagues. Ho'oponopono can be applied to all types of relationships. Here are some practical tips. With family, create a regular family ritual where everyone can share their feelings and practice the 4 phrases together. This fosters open communication and mutual support. With friends, when conflict arises, use Ho'oponopono to address and resolve misunderstandings. This practice can deepen the friendship and create lasting bonds. With colleagues, apply the principles of Ho'oponopono in your workplace. By taking responsibility for your actions and maintaining a positive attitude, this can improve teamwork and create a more harmonious work environment, also for political upset events like the ostriches. I'm doing it for the ostriches to help us save them. We can all do it. But I take full responsibility. It's important to note here that it's not necessary to actually speak the 4 phrases that loud or even tell anyone that you are using them in any given situation. In order for them to create the connection and deeper understanding and forgiveness, and that enhances and heals all relationships. So we can do it quietly. We don't have to do it out loud. Creating miracles in daily life. Understanding what miracles mean in context of Ho'oponopono. In the context of Ho'oponopono, miracles are shifts in perception and reality that bring about positive changes in our lives. These can range from small everyday blessings to significant life transformations. By practicing Ho'oponopono, we open ourselves to the flow and divine energy, allowing miracles to unfold naturally. Stories of everyday miracles achieved through the practice. I live in downtown Vancouver and drive around a lot through town, mostly on business or attending various activities, and I like to play a game using Ho'oponopono to see how many green lights I can get in a row. After each one, I say thank you and anticipate the next miracle green light. My record to date is 14 green lights in a row. When I finally got a red light, I was full of gratitude as well to have a chance to rest and relax for a minute or two. Here are some stories from people I've taught Ho'oponopono to. I found Ho'oponopono mantra simple, easy to remember and to apply, and at the same time, they are deep in meaning and powerful. They are tools to help us apply what we talk about in our daily lives: love, gratitude, and forgiveness. Nadine. I remember one of the first miracles I created with Ho'oponopono was when I experienced a rude taxi driver that thought he knew a better way to get me where I was going. We got into an argument and I was about to get out of the cab when I remembered the Ho'oponopono mantra. After repeating it under my breath 3 times, the driver immediately calmed down and decided to go the way I was telling him to go. The amazing thing was the trip was unusually very busy, was the fastest and easy that is usually very busy, was the fastest and easiest trip I remember making, hitting all the green lights just as we came to them. Adriana. Tips for recognizing and embracing daily miracles. Stay present. This is the most crucial aspect. The present moment is all that truly exists. Everything else is a mental construct. While the conscious mind can process a limited amount of information per second, the subconscious mind handles a vastly greater volume encompassing everything happening around us. Our subconscious stores everything from the beginning of creation to the form of data or a memory managed by our ego. Science has shown that brain activity precedes conscious thought. This initiates There we go, finally the fart. This initiates thoughts, originates from the ego, which deals with past data in our subconscious or from how it smells, from divinity in the form of divine inspiration. Well, I guess that's divine inspiration. Divine inspiration often refers to a guidance from our higher self or soul. Is ever present, directing us towards joy, peace, happiness, and our life's purpose. Okay, right. Divine inspiration. I'm glad it mentions joy and laughter and humor. Divine inspiration is fresh and exhilarating. Well, okay. While ego speaks cautiously, protecting us from past undesirable experiences, including those from past lives and inherent beliefs. These past data and memories repeat themselves, causing problems and forming our accumulating beliefs. Well, that was past meals. I'll survive. You guys don't have to smell it. We can access divine inspiration only in the present moment by celebrating our current experience and understanding that everything happens for a reason. Okay. We move closer to true desire, joy, peace, happiness, and the freedom to fulfill our purpose. By staying present and setting our intentions to pursue happiness and joy, we begin to notice the small miracle happening for us, expressing gratitude for these miracles, creating more of them. A practical example of this is the rampage of appreciation. Rampage of appreciation. That's a quite interesting way to put it. Process described by Abraham Hicks' book, Ask and It Is Given. Integrating Ho'oponopono into your routine. A daily routine and ritual to maintain the practice. Consistent practice of Ho'oponopono can lead to lasting transformation. Here are some suggestions for daily routines and rituals. Morning routine. One of the things I like to do in my morning meditation is to send healing to the people in my life that come to my mind, while repeating the mantra with the intention of sending whatever healing they need. I do the same with my activity, with any activity I have planned for the day. Evening reflection. End your day with a reflection on what happened and use the 4 phrases to clean and clear any negative experiences. This practice helps you release any accumulated stress or negative energy, ensuring a peaceful and restorative night's sleep. Reflect on the miracles and positive moments that you experience, no matter how small, like a green light at a busy intersection. Acknowledge their significance and express gratitude, reinforcing your awareness of the present moment. Mindful breaks. Throughout the day, take short breaks to practice Ho'oponopono. This helps you stay centered and maintain a positive mindset. Quietly repeating the 4 phrases in your mind during these breaks can calm your thinking and bring you back to the present. By consistently doing this, you train yourself to look for miracles, to be grateful for the remain open to divinity's guidance throughout the day. Overcoming common challenges and obstacles. Practicing Ho'oponopono consistently can be challenging. Here are some common obstacles and strategies to overcome them. Consistent practice of Ho'oponopono can lead to profound long-term benefits, including lack of time. Integrating Ho'oponopono often into your existing routine, such as during your commute or while doing household chores. This way, you can practice without needing additional time, making it a seamless part of your day. Even a few seconds of repeating the phrases that makes a significant difference. Doubt and skepticism. Approaching the practice with an open mind and giving it time. Reading testimonials and success stories can also help reinforce your beliefs in its effectiveness. I'm drooling. This medication they give me makes me drool. Remember, consistent practice can reveal profound changes over time, so trust the process and stay committed. Emotional resistance. Be patient with yourself and follow your emotions to surface trust in the process and keep practicing, even when it feels difficult. The act of acknowledging and cleansing negative emotions with the 4 phrases can lead to deep emotional healing and resilience. Long-term benefits of a consistent practice. Improve mental and emotional well-being. Regularly cleansing negative thoughts and emotions promotes inner peace and emotional balance. By saying the 4 phrases, you remind yourself to stay present and look for beauty in each moment, fostering a positive and grateful mindset. Enhanced relationships. Taking responsibility for your actions and practicing forgiveness can lead to healthier and a more harmonious relationship. The 4 phrases help you clear past grievances and approach interactions with fresh perspectives, opening the door to deeper connections. Greater resilience. By regularly practicing Ho'oponopono, you build resilience and the ability to navigate life's challenges with grace and ease. The practice helps you stay present, connecting to divinity and aware of the miracles around you, making it easier to cope with difficulty and maintain a positive outlook. Integrating Ho'oponopono into daily life. To fully embrace the practice, make it a habit to quietly repeat the 4 phrases in your mind throughout the day. The consistent reminder helps to stay in the present moment. Look for miracles and express gratitude for them, for even the tiniest blessing. Recognize that everything happens in the present moment holds significance and is part of your journey towards joy, peace, and fulfillment. By maintaining the mindset, awareness, and connection to divinity, you create a life filled with daily miracles and profound transformation. Frequently asked questions and troubleshooting. As you delve deeper into Ho'oponopono, you may encounter common questions and misconceptions. Here are some clarifications. Common questions and misconceptions about Ho'oponopono. Is Ho'oponopono a religious practice? No. Ho'oponopono is a spiritual practice that can complement any religious belief or be practiced independently. Do I need to be a believer in a higher power? While belief in a higher power can enhance the practice, it is not required. The key is to take 100% responsibility and practice the 4 phases. I'm trying to think what Diego would think of this. Can Ho'oponopono be used for any issue? Yes, Ho'oponopono can be applied for any issue, whether it's personal, relational, or professional. Its principles are universal and adaptable. Solution and advice for common issues for practitioners. Practitioners may face various challenges. Here are some practical solutions. Feeling stuck? If you feel stuck, take a break and practice self-care. Sometimes stepping back can provide clarity and renewed energy. Lack of results. Be patient and persistent. Healing takes time and effects of Ho'oponopono may not be immediately apparent. Trust the process. Emotional overwhelm. If the practice brings up intense emotions, consider seeking support from a therapist or counselor. They can help you navigate the process and process these feelings. Conclusion. Recap of key points from the book. Throughout this book, we've explored the profound practice of Ho'oponopono, its ancient roots, modern adaptations, and practical applications. The key points to remember are: Ho'oponopono, a practice of taking 100% responsibility for our lives, cleaning and clearing negative memories and thoughts. 4 key phrases: I love you, I am sorry, please forgive me, and thank you, are central for the practice and facilitate healing and transformation. Personal and recreational healing. Ho'oponopono can heal and improve our relationship, foster forgiveness, and create harmony within and around us. Daily practice. Consistent practices lead to long-term benefits, including improved well-being, resilience, and creation of everyday miracles. Vision of a life enriched by Ho'oponopono. Imagine a life where you feel at peace with yourself and others, where you navigate challenges with grace and ease, and where miracles are a natural part of your daily experience. This is the life that Ho'oponopono can help you create. By taking responsibility, practicing forgiveness, and embracing gratitude, you can transform your life and the lives of those around you. Encouragement for continued practice and growth. As you continue your journey with Ho'oponopono, remember that this practice is a lifelong commitment to self-improvement and healing. Embrace each step with patience and openness. The more you practice, the more you will experience its transformative power. Final thought and inspiration message. In closing, I invite you to embrace the journey ahead with an open heart and mind. Ho'oponopono is more than just a practice, it's a way of being that can bring profound healing and joy into your life. Remember, the power and create miracles lie within you. As you continue to practice Ho'oponopono, may you experience the boundless love, peace, and harmony that it offers. I'm creating a course based on the practice of using Ho'oponopono to create a daily miracles for those that would like to take a deeper dive and learn how to fully integrate and practice into our daily lives. Click on the link here to register your interest and be one of the first to hear about it. I will also give you a discount. So my dear friend Keith is doing this workshop and course, and I would absolutely love to be a part of this course, and I would love to have you there too. And that's it, guys. Thank you so much for listening to everything. And I hope you have a wonderful life with Ho'oponopono. Thank you so much for you being you.